Hello, I'm BBX and welcome back to the video. Today I have some pretty good news to share with you all regarding Minecraft on the console because a brand new update just came out as of me recording this video, and it's out now for all consoles, at least most consoles in most regions. I'm going to be explaining which regions the console's out, when it'll be coming out in your region for your console, as well as what exactly the update's all about, because there seems to be a big overtone of moving more towards the pocket edition, and I'll explain that as we go through. But for now, hopefully you do enjoy this video. Like it if you like it, because it helps out the channel, and let us know you do like these update out videos to let you know that you can turn on your console and download a brand new Minecraft console update. So let me just start by saying that yeah, this isn't the most exciting one in the world. It doesn't include these giant secret changes we're expecting, which makes me think that it's probably not the last update ever. There might be a title update 58 if you're on the Xbox One. Again, if you don't have platforms, don't worry, more updates for you, but this might be one of the last updates for the Xbox One, and it brings in the last Glide track pack. Again, it's called the Glide Myths track pack. You can drift through Icarus, you can dive into Conflict and Excalibur, and you can ride with the Kelpies and Celts. So 3 brand new maps. I'll be playing those on a live stream in just like 20 minutes, so come check out that live stream. But it also added a brand new piece of DLC, which, okay, this is everyone's favorite piece of DLC, right? It is, I don't know if I can even get you this excited, but it's Biome Settlers free. That's right, everyone's favorite skin pack, the Biome Settlers. It's back with number 3. I'm so excited. No, but as you can see, the skins, not really much to say here other than like, oh yeah, you can be different biomes if you want to now. I think it's cool, like, they picked the most interesting biomes for the last one, like Ocean, Farlands, and, like, what's the last one again? End. Like, I guess they're more interesting, but still, not enough for me to be crazy interested. The best of the Biome Settlers skin packs, but that's like saying, like, oh yeah, it's the best way to be infected with insert deadly disease here. So, with that said, let's move to the next, so there's those 2 changes, but they also did a bunch of bug fixes, and they added in a lot of changes to make the game a bit more like the PE. So, the first one is a fix for slow-moving mobs in water. A lot of mobs would, like, kind of break when you go into water, it seems. It seems like they fixed that. Endermen and Endermites will always be hostile towards each other, so let's test that. That's our first thing we're going to go with. So we go on Endermite and we go on Enderman. Let's see if they're hostile towards each other. So as you can see, they see each other, and there we go. I wonder who's going to win this fight. There we go. Well, that didn't go too well. So yeah, Endermen and Endermites are now hostile towards each other. You might think, why is that? But even though they're both Ender creatures, they're spawned in entirely different ways, so it does actually kind of make sense. And it looks like if you get a big enough gang of Endermites, they actually can take down the Enderman, which is funny to watch, actually. So yeah, that's the next. Oh wow! So it only takes like 5 Endermites, and they can take down an Enderman. So boom, have you ever tried to wonder how you can kill them easier? Just spawn a bunch of ender pearls. Anyway, with that said, the next change is to do with polar bears not attacking the player if you're in peaceful mode, so that's a good thing to have switched. Wither skeletons no longer fear daylight and will attack anything that lives. So they're like the wither in that no longer they care about, fighting like whatever. They, they just fight the living. They're like the Night Walkers from Game of Thrones, you could say. Nice topical reference, eh? The zombie horses and the skeleton horses can now be tamed and leashed. This is a big deal because even though there's no way to get the zombie horse in survival, previously it just didn't really do too much. You spawned one in and then you're like, oh, I've got a zombie horse now. But it sounds like now you actually can tame this thing in theory, which is exciting, I think. Again, I don't know how you do it because I'm trying it right here, but there's theoretically a way to do that, so that's kind of cool if you ask me, and you can leash them once you have tamed them. So next up, we've got the fact that skeletons shouldn't attack village golems, so skeletons won't fire iron golems that are defending your village. Strays now flee from wolves, so that's a cool one because basically, wolves attack skeletons because they like the bones, but they weren't attacking strays, even though it's the same stuff. Now wolves will attack them. Fix for farming villagers not planting seeds often enough. Okay, obviously a good one. And then here's where we get to the pocket edition side of things that I mentioned earlier, where the game is moving more towards the PE stuff. So yeah, basically they made it so the crafting recipe, they've given us 2 new crafting recipes. One's a change to an existing one I don't like, and one's just a brand new crafting recipe that I really do quite like, actually. But yeah, basically you can now so as well, so first of all, the first one is going to be the boat. This is one I really don't like. They've made it so the boat now requires a wooden shovel. This is silly in my opinion. Like there's 2 ways to craft boats. They're exactly the same on the PC and on the Pocket Edition. Sorry, the other edition, whatever, it's the Pocket Edition. But they're the same on those 2 versions. Sorry, it's the same boat in both versions. But on the Pocket Edition, you require a wooden shovel. I don't know why they wouldn't just leave the old recipe because it makes sense to follow it on PC, and that's what makes me think the only reason you'd make this change is to kind of signify that yeah, the game is going after the Pocket Edition more than it's going after the PC now, because bear in mind, that version of the game isn't just the Pocket Edition anymore, it's now just Minecraft. So they're following Minecraft instead of Minecraft Java Edition, and this is the first big change. I don't like it, because now I have to bring shovels around with me to make boats. It's just an inconvenient change, but I guess if they're following the PE, there's nothing they can do about that. And then string can now be crafted from web. So if you take a web, you can get string from it. I'm not sure how you can do this, like if there's any even a proper crafting recipe for it, but supposedly you can get string if you put cobweb in there, so if we find it somewhere, you would be able to do that. I think much easier than that is if we just take ourselves a if we just take a little bit of string, cobwebs from in here, which is in decorations, if I'm not mistaken, and then we go into survival, we'd be able to, okay, well, I guess we'd have to, like, I guess we have to turn on manual crafting, but you can now turn your string into webs, like you can with the Pocket Edition. This was an exclusive feature from Minecraft 1.1, I think it was, where you can take this and you can make this, or, there we go, now you get 9 string. As far as I know, again, we'll test if it works the other way. It doesn't work the other way, because, again, it's like just a way to get more string if you find some cobwebs, but yeah, if you pick them up with shears, now you can turn them into more stuff, which is exciting, and it's another Pocket Edition exclusive change that's come to the console, which is interesting, because again, now we're following Minecraft, we're not following Minecraft Java. Next up, we've got a few changes to recipes. Purple stairs and slabs can now be crafted from both purple blocks and pillars, so you can now craft them from different blocks, and this is a really fascinating one, because if you ever have, so there's a lot of blocks that are like stone, you find them in the ground like stone, granite, andesite, and diorite. You can now use any of these blocks, or their polished variants, to make redstone repeaters, redstone comparators, or stone slabs. So again, those blocks, if you are curious, okay, we've got a thing like here, those blocks, if you are curious, I guess we didn't have to go into survival to make those things, did we? But yeah, if we turn off classic crafting, basically now the recipes for this thing here, as you can see, can be used not just stone, it can use other blocks too. The redstone comparator is in the exact same boat, and the stone slab, this is one that I guess does make sense, because the stone slab doesn't look like stone, can now be crafted from all of those blocks. So again, that's another little change that I think is interesting. Then we just got a bunch of like bug fixes, basically. Observers will register changes to item frames now. Observers should register changes to door. Observers should register changes to flower pots. Observers should not output extra signals for fire block state changes. Observers should not output multiple signals when lava and water is placed in front of them. That was kind of a big deal. You could use that to do some wacky stuff, like basically, you know, like when there was water nearby, it would just rapidly update the observer lock. That's now been fixed. Pistons can now push daylight sensors. That's something, again, you know, let's say that, show that off right now. It's not something that I would have figured would ever make sense, but here it is in the game. As you can see, if we get ourselves a daylight sensor, we get ourselves a piston, then now those two things will activate each other. So as you're going to see, just like this, put our redstone down, boom. As you can see, you can move daylight sensors because now they're a block, they don't break, which is, again, something I wouldn't have figured. Potion durations have been changed. For the most part, they've just been changed to kind of like have less duration. Again, I was curious, like, what do they mean by duration changes? So I recorded this whole thing with every potion beforehand, and although lots of them remain the same, so the top ones up here, for instance, they're pretty much the same. The potions that have changed is lingering got a bit weaker with this update, so if you take a lingering potion, like just over here, as you can see, although not a good example, but if we take a lingering potion of like regeneration, they're now like 30 seconds or like whatever, and the really weak ones down here, this used to be 1 minute 30, now it's 1 minute 07, and this used to be 7 seconds, now it's 5 seconds, just like tiny nerfs to bring the game up to date with the Pocket Edition. Again, it's not something that everyone was asking for. The only reason they do it is to make the game more like Minecraft as it is now, as far as I can tell. I mean, maybe there's some ulterior motivation, but that's what it looks like from the outside. So next up, we've got some bugs being fixed, pick block not being in creative, hotbar not being centered in split screen battle, zombies getting stuck in water, levitation affecting in all capitals, update UI renderer, whatever that means, evocation fangs, again, no idea what in the slightest that means, I'd have to look that up to unlock the changelog, and then finally, fixed area in the minigame that caused players to become invulnerable in the minigame area if they were in this location when the round started. This was the most annoying bug. There was a way to become invisible and invincible from players, and a lot of people just abused it so they could kill, like, I don't know if people were doing it on purpose or not, because they didn't seem like they were doing it, but it was just the worst thing in the world. Now it's been fixed. Now minigames works again, which is handy, because there's a brand new minigame map pack out. So again, this seems like it's the last update for Minecraft console, but bear in mind, there's a whole nother month they could be updating the game in, so title update 58, I imagine, will be the very last one. This is like our penultimate update, the last time we're going to be seeing new DLC for Minecraft on the Xbox One. Again, other consoles, you'll still be getting updates, but the Xbox One, this looks like it's going to be one of the last updates, and yeah, if you want to come watch it being streamed live, the last bit of DLC we'll ever get, then make sure you check out my live stream. Again, I'll link it in the description, or you can just check your YouTube homepage. As always, if you want to see whenever an update comes out, like this one, you want to see these videos, let you know exactly what's inside it, because we got some base builds coming soon. Make sure you, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit notifications on so you can get notification when I do these, or follow me at IBXToyCat and give a notification there. Again, a quick reminder, if you turn on notifications, then you'll see every tweet I make, and that means you'll know the latest in update news, which is something you might just want. So yeah, again, I'll be covering both the beta builds and the title updates from now on, but it looks like there's only one more of these for Minecraft console, if at all. So this could be the last update, but I wouldn't guess so, and this is kind of an emotional time. So thank you very much for watching today's video. Like if you liked it, share if you liked it, and I guess I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.
you.